Let's check in Atlanta with David Epps, the Peach Bowl Incorporated CEO. David, we talked at the Big 12 Media Days in Frisco. Now we're a lot closer to game time and kickoff. Good to see you this morning.
You too, John. I appreciate you having me on.
You bet. Thank you for your time. Things on schedule, things progressing nicely for kickoff on September 5th.
We are ready and excited. I think everybody who's a college football fan is ready for this season to get started, and we're awfully excited about having Baylor come to Atlanta.
You know, it's really, and I was talking about this with Coach Aranda the other day, this is such a marquee matchup, you know, for Baylor to be in this game, 2:30 Central Time on opening Saturday. Beautiful stadium, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta, great opponent in Auburn, all those things. This is a really big stage for this game.
Well, we've always heard from coaches who are playing in our Aflac Kickoff Game that playing in such a high-profile and an elevated stage helps them the off-season preparation all the way from spring through fall camp. So we know that a team's got to be ready. You know, there's no tiptoeing into the season when you're playing a good opponent, but it also helps the coaches get the team probably primed and ready maybe a couple of games sooner, hitting their stride a little sooner than they might have normally.
Yeah, I agree with that. You got Auburn game 1. You got to be ready on September 5th. Give us a little of the background. How did this come about? How did the matchup, Baylor and Auburn, in your game come about?
Well, originally this was going to be a return game with Baylor going to Auburn to play Jordan Hare. But in working with Auburn, I think they had an opportunity to come play. They saw the benefits of playing in the elevated stage that this Aflac Kickoff Game gives you, and of course working with Auburn and then making sure that Baylor was okay with this. It just worked out perfectly for us, the city of Atlanta, and then also the two teams. And certainly if I'm a Baylor fan, it's not a bad thing that I don't have to go play in Jordan Hare on
Right.
September 5th.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And this, talk a little bit about the evolution of the Aflac Kickoff Classic and, you know, changing times in college athletics and college football. But this game offers an opportunity for some innovative NIL opportunities. And it seems like you're just sort of on the leading edge, the cutting edge of where we are in college football right now.
Well, we're trying to be. You know, if we've learned one thing from college football over the past 5-6 years, it's that change is constant, and in some cases moving quicker than we can even react to it. So, you know, we feel like there's still a good place in college football for neutral site games. And in a case where we can utilize this as a vehicle to hopefully get money through NIL into the hands of the student athletes, that's what NIL was created for. So in a case where you could have an event like this, and you can utilize student athletes to help promote the event, promote ticket sales, speak directly to their fans. It's a win-win, honestly. And it's what, as I said, NIL was intended to be when the House settlement was passed in June of 2025.
Yeah, that's very well said. And not only a neutral site game, but to be in Atlanta. I mean, I'm excited about that. Atlanta, y'all could make the claim that you're kind of the capital of college football, you know, with all the things you got going on there.
Well, we do make that claim. We believe it. Obviously, having the College Football Hall of Fame sitting right in the middle of the city is a huge part of that. But also what we've done with the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and the SEC Championship game, our Aflac Kickoff Game, and I think we have 10 schools that play competitive football at the collegiate level within a 60 or 70 mile radius. So this is a city that's built on college football. It's really the heartbeat of our fandom, and Atlanta knows how to host it. And I can tell you, Baylor fans are going to love Mercedes-Benz Stadium. There's nothing like it. It was opened in 2017. It still feels brand new, and it's one of those stadiums that does fan-friendly pricing. So you go in there, you can probably buy a hot dog and a Coke or a beer for less than you might pay at a home game.
Okay. Well, not a home game at Baylor. We're doing the same thing here, but maybe less expensive than most other places. That's good to hear. And I hope for our fans who are going over there, I hope for everybody that's going there for this game, they'll carve out some time to go to the College Football Hall of Fame. That is just so terrific after the move there. When was that? When did it move to Atlanta?
It was 11 years ago.
Okay.
And they've really done an amazing job. It's not really a traditional Hall of Fame, where it's plaques and busts. It's really highly interactive. It really tells the story and the history of the game that we all love so much. And it's very interactive. So it's a do not miss. If you're coming to Atlanta for this game, make sure that you stop by the Hall of Fame. Give yourself 2 or 3 hours. It's, as you said, there's nothing like it in the country.
Yeah, I don't think, our team is there on a business trip. They're there to beat Auburn. But, man, I wish there was time for the whole team to go through there. We played Notre Dame in 1998 in South Bend, and on that Friday afternoon before the game, that's when the Hall of Fame was there. The whole team went through there. And I can remember that was so cool to see our guys, getting to tour and learn more about the history of college football. I wish that could happen, but it probably won't on this trip.
Yeah, you said it correctly. It's a business trip, and these coaches and players are such creatures of habit that Friday before the game is pretty strictly regimented. But we always offer that to teams that come and play in our kickoff game or that play in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. And if not, then when they come back to Atlanta, we hope they'll make it a point to visit.
Very cool. What else do our fans, Baylor fans, need to know if they're making plans to come to Atlanta for that game?
Well, we just want to make sure the fan experience is easy. The great thing about Atlanta, everything's walkable. If you're here staying in a hotel, you don't have to get a car. If you do drive, there's plenty of parking. I would just encourage you to find our website, aflackickoffgame.com, or follow us on socials. We make sure we send out a lot of information in the final 2 weeks directed at the fans. So you know how to get in, the best place to park, the best place to eat. We want this to make some great memories for Baylor fans.
Very cool. Looking forward to it. I see, final thought, I see those helmets that are in your background there. And your trophy that goes to the winner is very unique. It was on display at the Big 12 Media Days. And explain to our viewers and listeners about the trophy and the leather helmet.
Yeah, the old leather helmet trophy, which we give at the end of the game. When we created this game in 2008, we wanted to do something that honored the history and the heritage of the game. So the trophy is actually an old traditional 19-teens leather helmet.
Right.
And it comes off of the base, and it's really fun. If Baylor wins this game, you'll see Coach Aranda pull that thing off and stick it on his head. The players all fight to take pictures with it. It's really unique. And, we just, again, we want to create something meaningful, but that honors the game and something that the players can have a little fun with when the game's over.